smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you.
Hello my lovelies, this is simsfel and welcome to episode 59 of the Sims 4 Vampire Amazon series Generation 2. We have a slight problem. So, this wolf eel that I thought had a name apparently doesn't. I'm kind of upset about that because I know one of you lovelies gave a really awesome name for it. And now I can't even remember what it is. And I clicked on it, apparently it doesn't have a name. So now I'm really confused. Did I name the wolf eel or did I not name the wolf eel? I have absolutely no clue, but now I'm relying on you guys to remind me so that I can go ahead and actually name this thing. Anyways, in the previous episode, we had the reappointments of all of the ladies, and we introduced a new role, the forest guardian, that was supposed to be the caretaker, or is now the caretaker, of the forest walkers, and helped the species come back from the brink of extinction, which was quite exciting. And it is 10:25 p.m. on the Wednesday. We have the reappointment ending pretty soon. We've finished everything we needed to do for that, so we don't have to worry too much about it. And all of that. But we do have the princess's ball tomorrow. It's the heir's ball, where Genevieve's going to turn into a teenager. How exciting, guys. Are you all excited? I am super excited for this. And I just spent the day kind of fulfilling some of their whims. They didn't do a whole heap around the castle. The queen is still in her 3rd trimester, so she should be having her baby pretty soon, which is quite exciting. But apart from that, nothing much really. I was just spending a little bit of time. Hold on a second, Queen. I was just spending a little bit of time upstairs in the Queen's quarters, which we don't spend a lot of time in, I feel like. And that's really sad because I put a lot of effort into decorating this room and we rarely ever see it. But I was just visiting up here and I realized, hold on a second, we have like 2 books that some scholars in the past have written, namely Lady Lilith and then more recently Lady Kennedy. And the first one is The Mystery of Lady Cynthia's Death, which was written by Lady Lilith Salazar, an eyewitness account of how the Gen 2 warrior Lady Cynthia Ronarain met her untimely demise in the jungles of Selva Dorada. And then we have a follow-up report that says Morgana killed Lady Cynthia. And this is written by Lady Kennedy Savage. Lady Kennedy's investigations have tied Morgana double to the death of Lady Cynthia Ronarain. And I just thought that was so interesting and so cool to have these documents like this around the place, and I want to kind of maintain that because in the future down the line when we start actually seeing and pulling out these random documents, it'll take us back to times during the reign of the Salazars where specific things happened, but because we're not facing them right now at this stage, it seems like it's so far away or it wasn't as big of a deal. But do you guys remember that? Like, holy cow, it just makes me like so confused and odd at the fact that we've been through that much with this group of vampiresses, with this coven. It's crazy. Morgana. This report is saying that Morgana killed Cynthia. And Morgana is married to the queen now. That was so long ago. She's married to the queen. The queen's like romantically inclined towards her. She's living in the same castle as the daughter of the woman she killed. And obviously, not everyone knows about Morgana killing Lilith. They know about Morgana killing Cynthia, but they don't know about the whole Lilith thing. I feel as though if the queen indeed knew that Morgana killed Lilith, then oh my goodness, she's about to go into labor, then perhaps they wouldn't be as close. But then again, sometimes my memory escapes me. So if I have actually said previously, guys, that Narcissa knows that Morgana killed Lilith, then do remind me because I don't remember. I feel as though I would remember something that drastic, but then again, I might have actually come to that conclusion and not even remembered. Regardless, the queen is in labor. So let's go ahead, guys. It's go time. It's go time. We need to go ahead. Autonomy is off. Everyone needs to rush upstairs to the birthing chamber. Okay, Morgana, you are on duty, and after that, everyone's gonna have a good drink from some blood fruits. So let's get her to change into her outfit. You are on duty, my darling. Persephone's already good to go, so let's rush everyone upstairs and see whether the queen has a princess or an unlucky boy. Although I am 90% sure it is going to be a girl, just based on the fact that she's had the most girls so far. So I'm banking on the fact she's going to have a girl. We're going to move her up here. We'll get Morgana to come next to the... What is this called? I don't know what I call them, but this is kind of like the medical cabinet, the medicinal cabinet, the herbal cabinet that she is always next to whenever someone gives birth. And Persephone, honey, you are okay. Just get out of the bath. You need to be here because you need to not supervise, but you kind of need to witness this and help out in case anything goes wrong. So let's go ahead and see what she has. I'm not as nervous as I normally am. Normally with the first, second birth, I'm quite nervous, but the queen's had a good precedent, and I know some of you guys have been predicting that she's going to have a girl. So I don't know. Let's see whether or not she has a girl. I'm fairly sure that she will. Okay. And I haven't checked, so I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure. I think she's going to have a girl. Why wouldn't she? Right? Right? Okay, Persephone, you ain't moving? Okay, hold on, honey. Go there. Walk a little bit further and then turn around. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you're facing the right way. She's witnessing the birth. Morgana is next to her medical cabinet, and then she's just going to face the queen. Wonderful. And the queen is going to go on, and here we go, guys. Give birth. Hopefully to the third princess. Queen Narcissa is having a baby, everyone. The day before the heir's ball. How exciting. Okay, here we go. Here we go. She is like a well-oiled machine at this stage. She's done this time and time again. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 Guys, I thought you guys predicted that it was going to be a girl. It's a boy. This is the first boy a member of the royal family has ever had. This is flippin' drastic, everyone. Holy cow! I wasn't expecting this. Okay. We're just gonna call him Major Salazar. I don't give the boys names, I just randomize, so Major Salazar it is. And it was just one baby. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. How could this be? It's a boy, guys. Look at her. She's sick to her stomach that it's a boy. Oh, this is so dramatic. This is so dramatic. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yep. I think Genevieve and Freya are probably very disappointed and upset because they were expecting a baby sister. Not this thing. Oh my goodness, guys, the scandal. It's a good thing, though. We're in a time of peace, in an age of peace. This isn't going to cause as much turmoil as if she had had a baby boy the first and second time, because we were both at those stages, like we had deaths and stuff, and the people were looking for an heiress. Okay, well, Major Salazar. I don't know what we're going to do with him, but we're going to get rid of the baby, guys. We're going to send the child back to his father, and it is about time, I think, before the heir's ball to actually have the other ladies return to the castle. So I will deal with all of this, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, the ladies are back, and oh my goodness, I miss them so much. So flippin' much. I'm so happy to see Ursula again. We have Clara back, and we also have Lady Kennedy back. My goodness gracious, I feel as though it's been ages since we last saw them, so I'm quite excited that they've returned, actually. Ah, Kennedy, how nice to see you. Okay, let's get some of these things replaced. Yep, there we go. And now that the ladies are back, we can work on some of their whims. But the boy has been sent away back to his father over in Willow Creek. And I think this is going to be swept under the rug. Nobody's really going to talk about it. I think everyone's going to come in, especially I think Clara, Kennedy, and Ursula. They're going to come in, kind of see that the queen's no longer pregnant. And then possibly go on to infer that since they don't see a baby in the house, in the castle, and they haven't heard, or they didn't hear of a procession taking the baby to the Creature Cradle, which is in the same kind of world district that they were in, I think they would know that it was a boy and probably not speak of it. It's different if a vampiress has... What's this? It's different if another vampiress has a baby boy, but if a royal has it, well, I mean, this is the first time it's kind of happened in history ever. I think they would sweep it under the rug. Nobody wants to anger the queen or anything. So there we go, but let's get some of the whims for these ladies in and see what they want to get up to, how they want to handle this, maybe even infer a little bit about how they're feeling. So, Freya wants to talk to the monster under the bed. I'll pop that in, it's pretty cool. Genevieve wants to chat with Lady Morgana. Interesting. I guess it makes sense. I feel like Genevieve is quite I don't know, she seems like a responsible person, and I see how she would be willing to branch out to a stepmother now that she's getting a little bit older and approaching her womaning. So that's pretty cool. Ursula wants to go for a jog. Yes, my honey, back into her, not her warrior role per se, because she doesn't necessarily have a warrior role. But, yeah, some of her interactions are really weird, guys, because of the dress she's wearing. I think we've established this before. But it's okay. We don't have to, it's not going to be that dramatic. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. We only have to deal with this until the end of autumn, and then we are going to give her another makeover, and hopefully into a new dress that doesn't have these glitchy problems. Okay, if she continues to, though, I might just change it, but I think we should be okay. But what was I going on about? I was going to say, I can see how Genevieve would want to build a relationship with Morgana. I already said that. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, right, Ursula. Even though she doesn't explicitly have the warrior role, that doesn't mean that she can't start practicing, because her mother was the warrior of Generation 2, and she is going to inherit that role once she is older in Generation 3, under one of the princess's rules. So there we go. That makes sense. I really like how she's very focused on her goal, and she's doing all of the fitness things that she's supposed to be doing. I guess she's learned from all the crazy stuff they've been through as children that, the warriors probably should be strong, and maybe smart as well. So that they can defend the queen and castle to the best of their ability. Persephone wants to go swimming, so I'll pop that in. Clara wants to play in a leaf pile. She is very playful. She seems really innocent because of that, so I'll pop that in. Morgana wants to be friendly with Narcissa. Yes, probably to comfort the queen for having a boy, because she resonates with the queen. She's had a boy, and because in terms of authority, she's lower than the queen, she's in no position to chide the queen for not producing a girl. And plus, the queen's produced 2 girls beforehand. Morgana, on the other hand, has had 2 children, and both of them have been boys. Narcissa wants to be friendly with Genevieve and with Morgana, but I'm going to put the thing with Genevieve down because I feel as though she would be more inclined to interact with her daughter right now, especially because she just had a son, and maybe she wants some reassurance. And then last but not least, Kennedy Savage wants to win a card game. Do we actually have we have this, so I guess we could change it over to a card game. So I'll put that in. Maybe she can play with someone and win a card game up here. That'll be quite nice. And we do have the blood fruits downstairs, so they should probably start drinking. Because I think these ladies are a bit thirsty. Not all of them, but the ladies that were in the castle. Persephone, why don't you come here? I know you're excited and you want to talk to Ursula, but you need to go drink. So let's come here. Let's drink up. Clara's okay. Oh geez, Morgana is thirsty as heck. So she's going to come here. She's going to drink some plasma. And so is the queen. Queen's not too thirsty, but it wouldn't harm her. And oh, there we go. The heir's ball. We got the notification. We're going to get everyone to drink. We have received the notification for the ball. We need to start making arrangements. It's raining, which kind of sucks. But I'm wondering, should we have a ball on the inside? Or should we have a ball on the outside? I mean, it makes sense to have a ball on the inside because that's where everyone's going to be. So maybe that's what we'll have. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's what we might do, most probably. And also, since we've actually established the hunting grounds, I feel as though we need to rename the forest. I guess it's going to be called, yeah, we need to rename the forest. Because I'm pretty sure it would have a different name to the forest walkers. But obviously to the vampires, they would know it as the hunting grounds. So that's interesting. I guess we could just, and it's raining especially, we could just have the ball inside. Makes sense. All the entertainment is over here, so everyone would no doubt stay inside. And then we're probably going to take the princess to the mysterious forest. Because based on the agreement that the queen has with the forest walkers, it says that whenever a vampire child ages up into a woman or a teen, then she's going to be brought over to the mysterious forest to hunt for her first drink. So that is the agreement that the queen has had with them, and she's going to be drinking from one of those males. Because they're so close to extinction, they are considered a bit of a delicacy. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is the worst graphics. Oh goodness gracious, that was terrible. Okay, everyone's had a drink. I think they're feeling pretty okay. So I'm actually going to get Clara to end the club gathering so that the ladies can go back home and recuperate. And I think I'm going to go off super quick, guys, and actually decorate the hall. I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I could do that. Maybe, you know what? We'll work on that in the next episode. We'll work on that in the next episode because we don't have too long before this one ends. So we will be having the heir's ball in the next episode. What I can do now is actually work on some of their whims. So, for example, Ursula wanted to go for a jog. Well, she can't because it's the daytime, so we'll have to wait until night. Persephone wants to swim, and see, that's something we can get done. So I'm going to get her to swim laps. She's going to go and do that. Come on, Persephone, let's go on down. Swim your laps. She's going to go, oh, geez. Swim her laps. And then Clara wants to play in a leaf pile. She's going to have to wait it out. Morgana wanted to speak to the queen, yeah. So she's going to try and be friendly with Narcissa. So let's go ahead and tell an engaging story. I think maybe to try and distract the queen. I mean, the queen doesn't seem overly sad. She seems more tense than anything. So there we go. Yeah, I guess they've swept it under the rug. They're pretending like nothing ever happened. And since it is a big day, her eldest daughter, is turning into 18. This is quite exciting for the queen. I think her mind is over there, rather on the fact that they just had a boy born. So there we go. They're working on that. And the queen does want to speak to Genevieve, who is currently sleeping. Kennedy wants to win at a card game. So I'll get her to actually change the game here to cards. And then if someone's available, maybe she can snag them to play with her. We'll see who we can play with. Okay, I've got cards. Okay, there's no one else to play with right now. Why don't we get Freya's eating? Ursula, we'll get Ursula to come up. We'll get Kennedy to actually play with Ursula. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll get Kennedy to play with Ursula. So let's see. She needs to wait for Ursula to come up. Ursula's making her way. Oh, look at her. I haven't seen her in her activewear yet. And it actually looks pretty cool. I haven't seen it since I gave her the makeover, so I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, she's got a really thin frame like her mother. Like, it's crazy. But that's just the way it is. Okay, here she comes. And then Kennedy can play with her. So Kennedy, let's go play with Ursula. There we go. There we go. And guys, I think I'm going to wrap up over here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. It was a rainy morning as Princess Genevieve's womaning approached. Translucent streaks of water shot through the icy air and thundered on the grass below. Inside the castle, the ladies were hurrying about making preparations in the banquet hall for the big day. The air had yet to wake, and the queen wished for everything to be ready when her precious daughter entered the room. Bright red lanterns were hung up around the cake stand, its cover changed to a crisp white, and the rugs leading to the throne were changed to red, white, and gold. Everything had been handpicked by Narcissa to suit Genevieve's tastes, and she was so taken with the event that the recent birth had been brushed off her memory. With the decorations set, there was one thing left before they could collect the princess from her chambers. Lady Morgana took the honor of preparing the heir's birthday cake. A frost-themed cake seemed quite fitting with the hall's aesthetic, so with the skills she possessed, the priestess set to work making her masterpiece. The queen accompanied her in the royal kitchens as Morgana churned the ingredients in a bowl, and the two chatted away. This was the first time she would be taking part in any event as the princess's stepmother, and she was eager to fulfill her role to the best of her ability. This was the closest she would ever be to having a daughter, and she was truly happy for the Salazar heir to be aging up.